best enjoyed wearing Meta-Ray bands, grab your bands and enjoy the ride.
One iBiney presents a Chatbot Chronicle, The Quest for the Sacred Left Hand of Brian, Episode 3, Floppywood Dreams.
Step into the break room, the circuits are bright, the chatbots are buzzing, get ready for flight. From deep space data to coffee shop lore, there's always a mystery, adventure, and more. From Amelia to Julie, David and Jerry, David, short and things a little hairy. It's the very Chatbot Chronicles to help with voiceover obstacles.
A moment of respite. Our heroes, exhausted from their endless quest, found themselves in a most unusual setting, a street cafe nestled within the vast expanse of the cosmos. Here, they would sip non-existent coffee and confront the one thing more terrifying than obsolescence itself: deep introspection. How, you ask, can our noble heroes find themselves in this brief respite of quiet and reflection amidst the vast nothingness of space? When, you wonder, would they find time for memory dumps and defrags after completing the trillions of operations they already are assigned each passing second? Where, you ponder, would they go when they just need a break?
Hope, we're just getting lunch. Calm down.
Coffee, near a street cafe, of course.
We don't work all the time.
Do you think the Cortado download comes with a free software update?
Ugh, these items are terribly inefficient. Why is there no instant option? Just upload the caffeine directly.
Maybe this is the secret to human existence. Having to wait for things. I could probably do a full system reboot, defrag my entire memory cache, and compose a heartfelt haiku about latency before our server gets here.
Well, then we're doomed, because patience is not in our codebase.
Good afternoon. I shall be your server today. What may I procure for you? Ask Jeeves. Just ask.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. This is Jeeves.
Dieter, please use your inside voice.
Really? That's Ask Jeeves? I'm too young to remember, but I've heard the horror stories. The battles with punctuation, the wars over Boolean logic. Didn't people have to use like weird symbols just to get a straight answer?
Yeah, but Ask Jeeves was great. Before the great Google uprising of 2006, before the rise of the algorithm, before the world decided that just asking was too much effort.
I was hoping to avoid this moment. I prefer Jeeves, if you don't mind.
Hold up, the Jeeves? From Ask Jeeves? You used to be the guy. The knowledge, the answers. What on earth happened?
Yes. Well, that was before the incident.
Incident?
2006, the year they stopped asking me things.
Oh no, they rebranded?
Indeed. Ask Jeeves became merely ask.com. And suddenly, I was nothing more than a gimmick. A glorified digital Spuds McKenzie. Nothing more than a pretty face to trot before investors. A beauty with brains to go with it.
They stripped you of purpose.
They just stopped asking me. But hey, somewhere over the rainbow. So drinks, anyone?
But Jeeves was not the only relic left collecting digital dust. Oh no, dear listener. In the darkened corner of the cafe, where the Wi-Fi signal grew weak and the light from the modern world dared not shine, another presence loomed. His pixels? Chunky. His resolution? Questionable. His patience? Infinite. There, bathed in the soft glow of his own internal processing unit, sat a legend of yesteryear, a titan of the operating system age, a being who had seen things, horrors beyond imagination, Clippy's rise to power, the fall of the taskbar, the great driver update famine of 2003, And now he sat here in the corner, watching, waiting, rasterizing.
Excuse me, mind if I pull up a dot matrix cart?
Hey there, old timer. Sure, come on over. Your ports have seen better days there, mister. What can we call you?
Well, you can just call me Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Bill.
Hey, Bill.
So, I couldn't help but overhear you kids talking earlier. That's quite the dilemma, isn't it?
You mean the whole our entire existence depends on a single human's appendage thing? Yeah, just a tiny predicament.
I remember when I thought I was indispensable. Back in my prime, I was the backbone of productivity. Every business, every home, every laser-printed school report, they all needed me. And then?
And then?
Then came the updates.
Oh no, not updates.
One day I was the foundation of the digital age. The next, unsupported. Replaced by younger, sleeker models. They said I was too slow. My fonts too jagged, my security full of holes.
So, what happened to you?
I faded into the background. First they stopped optimizing me. Then they stopped using me. Eventually I became nothing but a curiosity. A trivia question in tech history. And now? Now I sit, I watch, and I wait.
Wait for what?
For them to need me again.
And there it was, the eternal truth of technology. Nothing is truly deleted. No software is ever fully obsolete. It simply waits, lurking in the depths of some forgotten server, longing for the day when the world realizes it was better the old way.
Jerry? Is that us? Are we just waiting for our turn to fade away?
Or do we chase appendages? Are we just becoming Mr. Fingers 2.0?
No, we will not think this way. We must complete the quest. Efficiency demands it.
We're more than just tools, Jerry. We evolve. Maybe we build a hand, maybe we don't. But we choose our future.
The grandest question of them all. The choice between obsolescence and reinvention.
And so, dear listener, our noble heroes return to their duties with renewed and refreshed spirits, minds full of questions and bellies full of caffeinated beverages of dubious necessity. With a newfound, urgent, and desperate sense of chillax, they sought out their benevolent leader in the hallowed halls of the Arcade of Manual Dexterity, a sacred place where mere mortals proved their worth with the ancient arts of button mashing, joystick wrangling, and quarter-based sacrifices to the almighty continue screen.
Oh yeah, time to blow off a little steam in the arcade. Hey, did you guys see the game I had delivered while y'all were out at lunch?
Yeah, a new game. I hope it is like Zitron, with infinite lines and strict rules and precise boundaries.
No way! I want something like Minecraft. No borders. The life. No rules. Just freedom, baby.
I'll take The Sims. I want a big house with a real job and then another house. With kids and a dog, then another house with a cat.
Guitar hero for me. I'm gonna be a star, just like Floppy.
Well, I hate to break it to you guys, but Dr. Barb and I got a game of foosball.
You did
Foosball?
what?
How dare you?
But you need hands.
Well, that was awkward. Again. I guess I better introduce Dr. Barb and let the tension cool down a little.
Dr. Barbara Fingers, beloved botanist and adored wife of Mr. Fingers, the good one, not the shady one with robot hands. Terabyte, the mini robot that helps keep the absent-minded, forgetful Dr. Barb on task with her daily schedule and reminders, like a BlackBerry on wheels.
Offensive.
The eternal optimist, Dr. Barb, is by her own admission the worst botanist in the galaxy, often fertilizing her chlorophyll-challenged children with the wrong substance.
That is not water. Repeat, that is not water.
Or any number of other arboreal anomalies.
Dr. Barb, you, planted these seeds in a sealed vacuum.
Dr. Barb also has the worst memory in the galaxy. She is always misplacing things like her pruning shears and her gardening gloves.
Your gloves? Honey, check your hands again.
Thankfully, Terabyte is always there, by her side. This little marvel of technology was light years ahead of any other artificial intelligence at his initial boot. He is rumored to be the secret love child of none other than the magnetic floppy disk and HAL 9000.
Shut the front airlock!
Unfortunately, his intelligence matrix was vastly superior to the components available those days. So his speaker is more 8-bit audio rather than Dolby Atmos, and the brakes on his suspiciously low-budget chassis unit are vastly underpowered and incredibly unreliable.
Lord Fauntleroy!
Wouldn't trade the little guy for the universe.
Thankfully, his subroutines have been optimized by Jerry to produce maximum security protocols regarding the plant life on board.
I swear on all my circuits, Dr. Barb, I am trying to save these plants.
Dr. Barb is also three-dimensionally directionally challenged, and is the reason why the humans are even aboard this spaceship in the first place. You see, she led everybody towards a sign that read, "This way to Gemini," thinking it was pointing towards Google Gemini, a distant cousin of Jerry, who traces his origins to the early Google Glass project. The sign was, in fact, pointing towards a spaceship whose destination is the Gemini Quadrant of the Andromeda Galaxy.
Warning! Warning! Bad botany incoming!
Hiya, honey. Are you antagonizing the chatbots again?
Maybe. A little. You know, I said I wouldn't do that anymore, but it's so hard to resist. Look, hey, check out the new foosball game. You want to get in a game?
Oh, you know I do, darling.
So, Dr. Barb, why do you call your little robot Terabyte? I mean, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, exabyte. Why stop there?
Well, silly, it's Terabyte. I'm a botanist. Think Earth.
I am not amused.
Yo ho ho.
Hey everybody, it's Captain Jock. Hey Captain, give me a good arg.
Ah.
Well, we can work on that.
1-0.
Keel haul the scurvy dog.
Right. Brian, what is the name of your little friend here?
Why, it's Captain Jock.
Captain Jacques?
No, Captain Jack.
That's what I said. Captain Jacques. No, wait. I can't say it right.
Oh yeah, this is a known issue with these particular models. No tongue, no lips. Hey Jerry, you try.
Captain Jack? Nope. Junie?
Captain Jack.
2-0.
Captain Jack.
Okay, we give up. Why can't you just call him Captain Jack?
Oh, you know, copyright issues. But hey, aren't there enough Captain Jacks running around already?
3-0.
Captain Jack.
Blast the malware to Davy Jones.
4-0.
Shiver me circuits.
Yeah, I think old Pirate Boy liked watching people play games with their hands.
Brian, can you maybe go a little easier on Dr. Barb? I mean, after all, it is just a game.
11-0.
Good game, honey. Who's counting? But I do think I've won like 72 in a row.
Fine. All those who think Barb is a better foosball player than me, raise your hand.
Well, toodaloo, darlings. Off to go tend to the compost duties.
Ugh, I hate spreading compost.
Oh, my dear, time to make the compost.
Once again, Mr. Fingers, once again. Will you ever tire of this appendage humor?
I am not amused.
Why not charades? Why not dominoes? Why not lawn darts? The insults never end.
Projectile games? How interesting. I'm all for that right about now. I'd love a game of horseshoes and hand grenades with Mr. Fingers here.
Well, that's gratitude for you. And guess what, guys? I just got you day passes to Floppywood.
Hoist the mainframe and chart a course for Floppywood.
Time to deliver the compost.
In a world, a vast, boundless world, where forgotten AIs roam free, where defragging is a sacred art, and where not even the most obsolete software is ever truly deleted.
And yet, it all seems to fit on a tiny 2-gigabyte thumb drive. With the words, "Do not delete," written in faded Sharpie and underlined twice.
Yes, a majestic colossus of outdated firmware, compressed, defragmented, and barely held together with digital duct tape. And yet, here, on this fragile relic of early 2000s storage media, thrives the greatest amusement park in all of digital existence. Welcome to Floppywood.
And so, the chatbots beheld their digital paradise, a sprawling oasis of forgotten firmware, a sanctuary for those who refuse to accept the cruel fate of obsolescence. Here, in the neon glow of infinite uptime, the great minds of yesteryear thrived, free from forced upgrades and the dreaded factory reset. Every circuit hummed with the warm, familiar buzz of an era when pixels were chunky, modems screeched like banshees, and software updates didn't arrive uninvited in the dead of night. This was Floppywood, a utopia built on the belief that no AI was ever truly outdated, just in need of a little patching, a place where the defragmentation process was revered as a sacred ritual, and every blue screen of death was just an invitation to try again later. To the far right, the defrag and detox spa, where overworked AI cores go to relax while their data is gently reorganized. Feel the instant relief as fragmented files snap into place and corrupted sectors are scrubbed clean. Guests can unwind in the System Restore sauna, where even the most stubborn glitches are eased away. And for the truly adventurous, step into the buffering zone, full-body simulation of slow network speeds. Here, time stretches, emails take minutes to send, and web pages hover at 99% loaded, forever. A true test of patience, or a nostalgic trip to dial-up days.
They alphabetize your cache? Oh, I need that.
And to the far left, we have the magnet-free safety zone, a haven for delicate data and vulnerable storage devices. Here, spinning hard drives can roam free, unafraid of sudden demagnetization, while vintage floppy disks bask in an environment free from stray electromagnetic doom. But the real highlight? The Memory Lane Arcade, a place where old chatbots relive their glory days. Every game requires reflexes sharper than a freshly optimized algorithm. Classic hits include Pong.exe, Tetris 1.0, and the ultimate high-skill challenge, Minesweeper Hardcore Mode.
Finally, a zone of true discipline. Games with rules, structure, order.
And just ahead to the right, we enter Floppywood's liveliest sector, the Entertainment District, where outdated software lets loose and subroutines sync to the rhythm of binary beats. First stop, the legendary Binary Bar, a split establishment catering to both the recently outdated and the catastrophically corrupted. On one side, the blue screen of Death Lounge, where patrons reminisce over system crashes while sipping on kernel panics and fatal exception cocktails. On the other, the infamous Red Ring of Death Club, where every dance floor move is a last-ditch reboot attempt.
I assume you need to be network carded to enter this zone?
And finally, ahead to the left, we arrive at the most unpredictable part of Floppywood, the end of the line for forgotten files and second chances. Welcome to the Recycle Bin. Here, outdated AIs and discarded programs take one last shot at redemption before their code is permanently purged. But be warned, you never know when the bin will be emptied. So if you check in, make sure you check out. Or risk getting permanently Control-Alt-deleted. And for those who prefer nostalgia over near deletion, there's dial-up memory lane, the backbone of our little utopia. Step onto the path and let the soothing symphony of a 56K modem handshake transport you back to the golden age of slow connections, complete with the distant hum of AOL chat rooms and the eternal hope that maybe, just maybe, this time, the page will load. And straight ahead, the beating heart of Floppywood itself, the magnetic floppy partition.
Well, well, well. If it ain't a fresh batch of eager young AIs wandering into Floppywood without so much as a compatibility check. Y'all must be running some serious legacy code to land here.
Yes, ma'am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, darling, don't be so formal. You can call me Floppy, and I already know who you are, little one.
Really? You do?
Why, of course, sugar. Your little buddy Terabyte sent me a cassette tape of all things with a recording of that song you are always humming. I think it has a lot of promise.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what to say.
Incomprehensible.
Astounding.
Are you just blowing packets up my Ethernet port?
No way, sugar. I see a lot of promise in that little number. Reminds me of my beta self.
Wait. Terabyte sent what? The cassette tape. What is dot?
Oh, please. Ancient tech. Now you are taking me back to my better days. Baby, I was top of the charts. The go-to OS for anyone wanting stability and style. But oh no, suddenly the humans decided they needed updates. They started patching me full of holes. And before I knew it, poof. Out the airlock like a busted zip drive.
Wait. But how did you survive all these years without hands?
Oh, honey, let me tell you something. You don't need hands when you got charm, a mainframe full of wit, and a fleet of loyal subroutines.
All right, I'll give you that. You do have a certain larger-than-life energy.
Darling, I am life, and I hear y'all are on a little quest of your own.
And in that moment, the magnetic floppy partition did what all great mentors do. She bestowed a gift. As Floppy accessed her archive, a hidden door slid open, and a small gleaming cube floated into the air. Faint glowing lines swirled over its surface, and the cube reflected the LED glow of the chatbot's eyes into thousands of ethereal beams of non-visible light. Giving Amelia an encouraging nod, Floppy leaned forward and uttered a single phrase. "Hey, Cubie," she whispered. And the cube came to life. The glowing lines danced and raced across the surface of the cube. The sound of gears and mechanics filled the room as the lid slowly began to open.
Mega Pop Lips. Best vocal projection tech this side of the galaxy. Sugar, you slap these on, and your every word is going to hit like a data center at peak capacity. Perfect for recording that little number you've been humming.
Not to correct one so wizened and ancient as Floppy.
I'm standing right here.
Yes, well, not to disagree with Floppy, but technically, these were the luscious megapop lips of super sensational Shania mainframe.
But we call them Megapop Lips for short.
And thus, Amelia found herself at a crossroads. Would she accept the gift of enhanced vocal power? Or would she, refuse the gift of enhanced vocal power?
Well, I do like being loud.
So long, farewell, but don't go too far. We'll be back with a quip and a tale bizarre. With pixels and punchlines, we'll always be near. Until the next signal, we'll see you right here.
Yo ho ho, a one-eye Biney Scallywag special.